Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. It seems like Mr. President Donald Trump will replace the guy in charge of the Federal so-called Reserve Bank, which is the central bank of the United States of America, we are told. Well, in this video I will make a prediction who will replace Mr. Powell, who is the current director, chief, how you want to call it, boss, supposedly, of the Federal Reserve Bank system in the United States of America. And I will have some names based on Trump's pattern of appointing certain kind of people. And then I will look at the institution's pattern of hiring or being appointed certain kind of people. And you decide. And I will also use Rothschild's, one of his quotes, allegedly one of his quotes, to make a point. You know, Rothschild, I'm shell. All right. Or Meyer, I'm shell. Okay, let's start with the first one. Here is the article that drew my attention to this situation. Trump says, Powell's termination cannot come fast enough. Now, Powell is not Bernanke. Powell is not Greenspan. Powell is not Witkoff. Powell is not Rothschild. So, President Donald Trump turned up the pressure on Federal Reserve Jerome Powell again on Thursday, saying in a social media post that he should lower interest rates and that Powell's termination cannot come fast enough. Right? Okay, so who is this guy's Powell? Powell is an American. You got that? All right, let me show you now a few guys that Donald Trump surrounds himself with. All right, let's start with this guy. First one is going to be one that you might say, this is not valid point. But please bear with me. Let's start with Stevie Wonder. Steve Witkoff, this is one of the guys right here. So Steve Witkoff is appointed as supposedly the Middle East senior, but he's a diplomat right now, as a United States special envoy to the Middle East. All right, he is a real estate investor, lawyer, and diplomat. He's a multi-millionaire, which I'm okay with that. My problem here is as follows. Mr. Witkoff, right here, deals with Ukraine, deals with Russia, talks to the Europeans about the Ukraine war, but he is the envoy for Middle East. Neither countries, Russia or Ukraine, are in the Middle East. So I don't think Marco Rubio is the real Secretary of State. And when Marco Rubio will make a slight mistake, small one, the media operatives, the Witkoff-steins, will cut him off. And Mr. Witkoff is right there. Hello, I'm here. Why? This guy was thrown to the dogs. That's one prediction. But hey, I have this guy right here. Another guy that Donald Trump surrounded himself with. Another guy. You can pick them, just look at them. Howard William, oh, he must be German or British, Anglo-Saxon. Lutnick, oh, he must be Polish now, is an American billionaire businessman and serves as the 41st United States Secretary of Commerce. He makes commerce for the United States of America. He's with money, you know what I mean? So this guy is with the foreign policy and this guy is with the money. Nothing wrong so far. But the problem is we have people not like Powell, like right here. You see Lutnick? You're going to see a lot of pictures like this. A lot of them. When you're going to see this guy behind or on his left, this guy Lutnick. Right? Right there. This guy. Just remember that face, my friends. Unforgettable or unforgivable. Right there, you're going to see this guy very much behind Trump. So he's one of his, they say it, right? Not a Greenspan. We're going to go back here. It says here, ice cream, outlandish ideas, and absolute loyalty inside Trump and Lutnick's close relationship. Now, why is absolute loyalty? Because people like Lutnick and Witkoff and Greenspan and Bernanke and others were accused in the past by the anti-Europeans of lack of loyalty. That was one of that debunked lie by Adolf, that it was these guys' disloyalty and the stab in the back that made Deutschland über niemals lose the First World War, or in the First World War. It was a general conspiracy of Lutnick steins. That was a lie. That was a lie. Okay? So now they tell us it's absolute loyalty. Better than you. Were you born in America? He's more loyal to America and Trump than you. I guarantee you that. Why? Don't you go on that slippery Star of David slope. All right, let's go. Next one. Now, Alan Greenspan was one of the guys, he's Jewish, but they're just by chance, in charge of the Federal Reserve Bank at one point. Remember, Powell, he's gonna go. Powell, I'm gonna show you a face of Powell. I have to. And when I put Jerome Powell, this is what it showed for him. All right, right here, he's got $50 million. All right, and then we have Yellen, the former secretary of you know what, and Bernanke. So this guy is right there. He's not a Stein, obviously, right there. He's a different kind of guy. Nevertheless, let's go back to where we were. Where were we? Right here. Alan Greenspan, former chairman of the Federal Reserve Bank. Bernanke, another one. All right. And this is the Federal Reserve. Why did I mention Alan Greenspan and Bernanke? And I think it's more than that. It's because my prediction is going to be a Witkoff stein, the next one. Or it's going to be of whatever the other guy's name, the beautiful Lutnick stein. That's my prediction. If not, well, it's okay. But with those guys around, let's go over the Federal Reserve Bank. Federal Reserve Bank is, they say, I'm going to show you how they lie to us. Federal Reserve. The Federal Reserve System, often shortened as the Federal Reserve or simply the Fed, is the central banking system of the United States of America. It's a private bank system. It's not, but it's a government. You see the seals here? They make it, oh, look at that, Board of Governors of the Federal Reserve. It looks like it's really, really like, let's say, United States governmental institutions like FBI, like CIA, like, Department of Energy or Education. It's not. It's something else. It's a private entity, right? It's a private entity. So let's move on. So these guys, were created in December 23, 1913, right there, with the enactment of Federal Reserve Act. December 23, that was when the beautiful, how do you call these guys, congressmen went for vacation. It was voted in the middle of the night after the Jackal Island meeting between, go and check it out. Remember Jackal? They're jackals. All right. So it was pushed into us. That's one reason why my favorite United States of America's president is Andrew Jackson. He said, I killed the bank. That's exactly what he thought. Outside bankers dictating who prints the money, not who prints, who is in control of the money. And let me show you who is in control of the money supply. Investopedia. No, thanks, right there. You see? How the Federal Reserve manages money supply. And then we go this. Did Rothschild said this famous quote? If yes, what did he pa? And what's the quote? Remember that quote? Supposedly that's not. I'm not promoting it. I'm not saying that he said it. But it makes sense. Let me issue and control a nation's money, and I can care not who writes the laws. This is supposedly attributed to this guy. Okay, they say it's a lie. I don't care if he said it or not, but that definitely fits with this private bank. Definitely fits with that. Definitely fits with that. Okay, and, I destroyed definitely fits with this guy right here. This is with the finance, isn't he? Secretary of Commerce, my friends. All right, so let's go further. I have, I think, one more thing to show you. Did Rothschild say this famous quote? If yes, what did he mean by it? Federal Reserve, that's what he meant. So they say no, then actually quoted with attributed to my is, permit me to issue and control the money of a nation, and I care not who makes its laws. So this guy says. The actual quote, which is attributed to Meyer Amschel Rothschild, he's German, right? Living in Great Britain. Permit me to issue and control the money of a nation, and I care not who makes its laws. Now, I don't know if it's true or not, right? A number of sources, such as this one, claim that this statement was made in 1838, which would have been a difficult feat, as he would have been dead for 26 years then. So I don't know, my friends, if it's that or if it's by him or not. Remember, you shouldn't really care who the messenger is. You get what that is, like the idea, okay, you know what, let's go with Isaac Newton, the gravity. Oh my God, the gravity, everything falls down to the earth. Okay, that's fine, we got it. Well, good for him. But if you tell me tomorrow that Churchill came with that or Tom Jones came with that, I care not. I would like to venerate or say, good job, smart guy. Who was that guy? Oh, it was not Tom Jones. Was it Elvis? No. James Brown? No. Adriano Celentano? No. Oh, it was Isaac Newton. Let's put it this way. And you say, bravo. But what do you care about, the name or what actually he said? The same here. I don't care if that's Amschel Rothschild. Point is, I predict that the next one is going to be a very loyal Trump guy. And you get a hint? Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.